All right, guys. So I'm at my friend's friend. Yeah, I've known him for a couple of years now. He's my sharpener, but also my friend now. It's called Clipper Pros. One second, let me get this piece of dog hair right off of. Anyways, it's called Clipper Pros here in Buford, Georgia, and they also accept mail-in from all over the country. Um, and here's the thing, Seth Godin talks about this a lot. Talks about how you want to find the smallest niche viable, and he says he likes to use the word viable, and you can't. And he's saying that's not sustainable, that's not viable, right? So the smallest audience viable, you find your niche, and instead of trying to do more, for more people, do better work for people who care, right? And he likes to, Seth Godin talks about how we're all artists. All of us now have an obligation to be artists, not just, and he's saying an artist is not just someone who paints. An artist is someone who does human work in a generous way, right? That's what makes you a linchpin. That's what makes you indispensable to your clients, to the people who support you, who look forward to what you're going to do next, and support your business. These are the people that you want to show up for and do your best for, right? My friend Josh. So the way I met Josh is a couple of years ago. Oh, because I got to pay for my sharpening. I got tools to sharpen. Anyways, the way I met Josh was a couple of years ago. I called my friend Dolores, who is also a groomer, and she has Cool Under the Collar. Remember, I showed you her place. Anyways, I value her opinion. I trust her opinion, and I asked her, Dolores, do you know a good sharpener? Because I've been having trouble, finding a good sharpener these days. And she was like, Josh. She texted me back one name, Josh, and his cell phone number. So I didn't even know what his shop. I didn't know if he had a shop, if he was like a mobile guy, or if he was a guy that sharpens, this sharpens scissors out of his garage. I had no idea. I just had his name and his cell phone number. So I call him, and he just seems really helpful and really just a really nice, sincere guy. And when I finally met him, so helpful, so knowledgeable. He came across more as a teacher than a business owner. Like, he was teaching me about my own tools and how to care for them better. Sue says, I have the most loyal clients anyone could ask for. So thankful. Yeah. And Sue, if I asked you, what is that secret sauce? If you had to condense it down to like one sentence, one piece of advice you would give to somebody who's starting their own business, what is it that makes your clients so loyal to you? What is it that what would you say it is? Because I wonder if the people who are doing it even know they're doing it. So this is completely, I didn't even know if I would have time to come here today. Thank God I did. They're closing in an hour, so I have time to drop off my tools to them. And Josh has no idea that I'm gonna, well, I texted him because I know it's rude just to like pop in on someone filming them live. So I texted him and I asked him, is it okay if I stream live on YouTube? He said, sure. So he has no idea what I'm gonna ask him or what I'm gonna talk about or anything. But I was just curious. I wanted to go in there and ask him and see if he causes me and like people like Dolores, like my friend. I wonder if he knows what it is that he does that causes people to, for example, on Facebook, yesterday, one of our groomers here in Georgia asked if he was open yesterday. And so many people commented on there, he's the best, we love him. What causes people to do that, right? What causes people to recommend him? Like Seth Godin says, it's an artist's responsibility to do remarkable work. And remarkable work just means doing work worth remarking about, worth telling somebody else about. So he does remarkable work, right? And I wonder if he knows what it is about. I'm gonna ask him, like, do you know what it is that you do? What is the secret sauce that makes people so loyal to you in your business? Do you know? And see what he says. I have no idea what he's gonna say. He might say, "Hey June, can you stop filming?" Sue says, "I show them that I really care about their dogs. They say they wouldn't trust anyone else with them." Exactly, right? I believe it's these soft skills, things that are not measurable, things that may even may even hurt your bottom line. It may even seem unprofitable and a bad business move. But the ROI, the return on investment on doing something human, doing something generous, right? That causes someone to want to continue doing business with you, right? Because they trust you. You earned it. Um, Alan Powell did nothing wrong. Cool. Yeah. And the thing is, I did watch the video on the Alan Powell so generously made. I mean, I was a rumor if you guys haven't seen it. Anyways, good job, Alan. I appreciate you taking the time editing all that, making such a wonderful film about me. Anyways, before I waste too much time because they gotta close, let me go ahead and get my scissors. Okay. And Sue, wasn't it Sue? The thing is, I mentioned Josh the other day in one of my live streams, and Sue, from Texas, right? Aren't you in Texas? Oh shoot, sorry about that. Sue asked me if she could get the details and contact information for Josh, so I gave it to her. And that's the thing. It's like, what causes me to, when someone asks me for to refer them to a good scissor sharpener, someone who sharpens blades and shears, what makes me want to refer them to my friend Josh, Clipper Pros, right? It's because of his generosity. He gives his time generously. He actually I wouldn't say donate his time, but like he gives free lessons to groomers on how to maintain their tools properly. He does that for free. Sue says, Tennessee, I want to meet him because you trust him. Because Sue has watched me for a while, and she trusts me. Sue trusts me, and I trust Josh, And why do I trust Josh? Because he's so generous, and he's such a good guy, So anyways, but I'm gonna go in there and ask him and see if he knows what it is, because honestly, I do the same thing with my clients. I always say, give people something to be loyal to, give them something that would wow them, go above and beyond. But I really didn't have the words, the vocabulary to articulate it until I listened to Seth Godin and listened to Seth Godin talk about being a linchpin, being indispensable, doing work as an artist, doing human work that's generous, that's vulnerable, and honest, making that human connection rather than just business transactions. Because who likes to be hustled? You know what I'm saying? Do you enjoy being hustled? It's like, wow, I love being hustled. I gotta tell all my friends, go there to get hustled. Nobody does that. So, it's just, I wonder if he knows. Let me ask him. Because he is pretty well read. So. Hey guys, how are you? Fine, how are you? So I texted Josh and I made sure it was okay if I busted in here with the YouTube going.
It is.
Awesome. So Josh, I wanted to ask you, because I was just explaining that a lot of people don't even know what it is that they're doing. That's causing people to be loyal to their business, right? Because the way I found you, I asked Dolores, do you know a good sharpener? And one name, Josh, and his cell phone number. That's, it wasn't like, oh, you might try this and then that. Oh yeah, and I don't even need. I'm just gonna drop them all. So I know you guys are gonna close soon. But anyways.
Yeah.
And when yesterday on Facebook, a groomer posted that she wanted to bring some shears to you. She wasn't sure if you're open, and then several groomers, myself included, talked about how much they love you, how you're wonderful. Do you know what it is that you do that causes people to do that? Can you articulate it?
We've actually talked a lot about this. We were actually talking about it just a few minutes ago, actually.
Okay.
What makes us different from other sharpeners? This is what makes us different from other sharpeners. We stop and talk to everybody. The groomer you were talking about that was asking about us,
Yeah.
he came in yesterday, and we didn't get a chance to hang out with him, but he came in today. He's mobile. He's working the area north of here. He knows Dolores as well.
Uh-huh.
But he hung out in here and talked to us about mobile grooming for, I don't know, how long was he in here?
20 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what makes us different is we stop, we'll talk to you, we hang out with you. And then when we do our work, I do roughly 6 blades an hour, and she does 3 to 4 shears an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Your normal sharpener who's mobile, who's in a hurry, is doing 2 to 3 times that in the same amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So we stop and we check our work.
You actually care about it.
We
And that's
do.
what I was telling people, that you actually go around teaching blade care, maintenance,
Yep, we
you
got a
know?
class for everybody if they want it. Barbers, stylists, groomers.
Yeah.
And it's tailored to those professions as well.
Okay, so you kind of know. Do you listen to Seth Godin or read his books?
I know who he is.
Okay, because I was telling people, like, until I listened to him, I didn't actually caring about what your work, about the work that you do, about the people that you're doing it for.
We care more about you guys than we do the tools, the
Figure on that. It's like, it's soft skills, and it's so. For example, not to put you on the spot, but like when you gave me the book, the hairstylist book. You're like, just take it. I was like, no, I'm not taking it. You know, like business owner to business owner, I can't do that. And then you're like, all right, just give it. I'll charge you what I paid for it. Okay, that was a bad business decision if you think about it, and that's not good for your bottom line. That's not profitable. But that simple thing, that generosity, and you wanted me to have the book so I can have the knowledge. You know, I was going to share it. That generosity, it's, you know, when Stu asked me, do I know a good sharpener? Boom, just like Dolores, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that you can't, because you can't measure it, you don't get it.
Hey, Al. Lindsay.
But yeah,
How are you? Come on in.
Yeah, we can keep going. That's fine.
okay, you sure?
Lindsay will take care of Al.
Okay,
I got him.
awesome.
So another thing we've talked about, and I'll give you 2 things that go along with what we're talking about right now, is we've decided what our business model is, and we call it P and Q over P.
P and Q over P.
People and quality over profit.
Uh-huh.
So the people and the quality of our work are more important than the profit. Because the profit comes by about $1,000 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Even during this.
One from Washington State. You see our map up there?
Uh-huh.
So we've got 24 states so far.
Uh-huh.
But we just added Washington State this morning. People find us on Google and send us stuff from all over the U.S.
Oh my goodness. So this user named Princess Pearl Thumb, she says, Josh is definitely generous. I just talked to him on the phone once, and he was so helpful. His wife Lindsay was really generous and helpful too. That's it.
That's it. And we'll sit here on the phone with 10, 15 minutes with people, just talking, trying to help them.
Nice.
We had a lady from North Carolina send us video of her clipper, because I asked her to try and help her fix it, because it really wouldn't have been worth it for her to send it.
Uh-huh.
But everybody was closed and nobody could help her, and so we tried to talk her through what we were seeing.
And-
I don't know if it helped.
Yeah, but I mean, but you weren't looking for the sale. You were looking
there
to
was nothing
close.
for me there at all.
Exactly.
We actually told her not to send it because it probably wouldn't have been worth it.
And that's the thing. It's like, I think doing human work, you know, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Just being a human being.
And when I say
And look-
little, I mean just like a smidge turn.
Oh my God.
Something wholesale, they'll raise it 40, 50, or even 100%, depending on what they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
25%. That's what we raise our prices. That's it. So if you buy something from Clipper Pros, you know that nearest quarter. We try and make it easy.
Yeah.
That's for our parts, everything. We don't overcharge.
So yeah.
So when you see our prices, that's only 25% over wholesale, which is enough to cover my gas to Atlanta to buy stuff,
Uh-huh.
or mail-in stuff, for me to pay for shipping.
Uh-huh.
That I learned on.
There's no point in us trying to. The money for us comes from the sharpening and the repairs, the labor. That's
Yeah.
where our profit is.
Yeah.
Not in sales. We can't compete with Amazon or anybody else, so we don't try to. We try and give you the best deal on stuff that you need so you can do your best work.
Yeah. See, the thing is, so I was just listening to Seth Godin actually, and he was talking about that. It's like rather than trying to do the work in order to make the most amount of money possible, he was saying try to figure out how much money you need to charge in order to just continue doing the work that you love. You know, like that's.
But things have exploded. Like I told you, we were here till 8 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
Working, and then I came in at 6:45 this morning.
Yeah.
I mean, we're overloaded right now.
You know. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Honestly, not to brag. Let me step out. Not to brag, but my business is doing better than it's ever been doing myself. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is because, again, I've been getting a lot of questions from groomers because of the pandemic, because of the coronavirus and everything, because of what's going on, all this uncertainty. A lot of groomers are thinking about going out on their own, starting their own business, doing their own house call, maybe going mobile, and things like that. And they're worried about how to get the clients, how to get customers. And that's why I was like, you know what? I think maybe it would be helpful to get Josh and his perspective, his point of view, because he's already doing it. You know, he's got a business where it's loyal. What makes his clients rave about him? It's that generosity. It's doing things that you can't measure in profits and money. Sue says checked out his packaging and he showed wrapping them in paper towel. I can send them in one of those cardboard boxes made for blades. I think so. Can I send them in one of those cardboard boxes made for blades? I think so. As long as you can get it to him and it's not going to damage it. But then they have their own way of packaging it and sending it back to you. But I think on their website even they have on clipperpros.com. And Dolores, I saw Dolores pop in here. Dolores, I was telling everybody how I met him, how you told me about him. And you only, like it's just his name and his phone number. It's like because you trusted him and I trusted you. Dolores says I can't take any more clients and everyone is still referring me. Exactly. And Dolores, okay, so I asked Sue the same question and I asked Josh. So I'll ask you the same question, Dolores, because I know you can't take any more clients. You're booked. You're full. You have your clients raise. If you could put it in one sentence, what do you think it is that you do that causes your clients to be so loyal to you, Dolores? Do you think you can put it into like for someone starting out a new business, they're worried about getting clientele. They're worrying about if they'll have enough business to survive and sustain their business. What word of advice? What is that secret sauce? What is it that you do that causes your clients to be so loyal to you, Dolores? Let's see here. But then once they're done in there, I'm gonna go ahead and sign everything, pay for the repairs. But if I could put it into words for Josh, right? It's not just me. Several groomers, Dolores, Brittany. Probably Jesse now, the groomer that stopped by. If I can put it into words, if I can articulate it in one sentence, it's because you actually care about the people you're doing it for. Dolores says, I personally meet each dog and owner before each visit and always follow up after each grooming. That's phenomenal. Exactly. That's the things that you do because you care. See, that's the thing. It was Simon Sinek. People don't buy what you do; they buy why you do it. And what you do is a reflection of how much you care, right? And that's a perfect example. People don't buy your dog grooming services, Dolores. It's not just I groom dogs. You need a dog groomed. I'm a dog groomer. Come bring your dogs. It's not just that. It's because you care so much, and the things that you do show that you care, right?
Yep. Now, do you want me to have
Well, don't eat the paper.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it with one hand. But yeah, so Dolores,
Dolores commented.
I asked her if she could tell me what it is she does that causes her clients to be so loyal to her. And she's saying she personally meets each dog and owner before each visit. And I was telling her these are the things that she does because she cares, and it shows that she cares.
That's right. That's the difference. It's the difference between a sit-down restaurant and McDonald's.
Yeah.
Maybe not Chick-fil-A, but McDonald's. It's quick in, quick out. Give me my food. I just want to complete.
Yeah.
But when you sit down in a restaurant, it's an experience you're looking for.
Is that a knife?
And get you another one.
No, I'm trying to do it with one hand. That's why. But the thing is, it's not just fancy advertising. It's not just saying that you care. It's like
No.
Dolores does. You have to show you care,
You have
and the
to
things
show,
that you
'cause
do.
People they know.
Exactly.
They know.
Because I don't see any paid ads from you on Facebook or anything.
We've done it.
Uh huh.
We decided to quit doing it. We did it a few times, and it doesn't translate. And one June the groomer going, hey, check out Clipper Pros, carries more weight than the same person seeing 10 paid ads on Facebook
Mm-hmm. Because they trust me.
because they trust you.
Yeah, and I wouldn't just tell them that you're a great, whatever, because, yeah, even when you try to give me discounts, I'm like, no, don't give me, like, because you're a business and I want you to thrive. It's in my best interest that you do well, like, but that's the thing it's like you care, you show it all the time, everything you do.
That's been our business. No, because you could tell. You
Yeah.
could tell if all I wanted to do was just get your money and run out the door. Or kick you out my door.
Yeah, so I mean, because I was telling them when I stepped out, I'm getting a lot of people, groomers, who've been working at salons. They're still not open yet, or they don't feel safe going in, and they're thinking about doing their own thing. They're thinking about doing a house call like me. If they don't have clients, they're worried about how to get clients. And my advice would be, don't worry about that, right?
No.
Just find one person and
Do
serve.
the best you can for them.
Exactly.
Treat them like they're your only customer. Well, they really are at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
But you treat every single client like they are your only client.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line.
Uh-huh. Dolores says yes, and they call me if they have any questions, and I try. Exactly, Dolores, and that's exactly what I was saying about you. You're more like a teacher. I always get the feeling, whenever I come here and whenever you tell me about the tools and everything, I always feel like you're not a salesman. You're like a teacher. You're like a consultant.
I'm actually trying to get you to take better care of your tools so you have to spend less money with us.
That's it's like that's crazy. That's not
Tell somebody, hey, go to Clipper Pros. They're not trying to rip you off.
okay.
And then so I got double the business now for you taking care of your tools better. Or learning how to take care of your tools.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey guys. Hi. You want to be on video? No, I'm good.
So Sue asks.
Some people claim that the ceramics give a smoother cut, and that the claim of the ceramics is they don't heat up as fast, and that you don't have to use the cool lube as much and stuff like that. My personal opinion, doesn't matter. Use oil. Have two sets of blades. So have two 10s, two 40s, two, whatever you're using, and just switch them out and let them cool off naturally. Cool lube is horrible for your stuff.
Oh, really?
It sucks the oil off and it actually makes it worse. Your blades are worse. That brown nastiness, it's not rust on your blades, it's cool lube.
No way.
It's pet dander and cool lube that's overheated. But with that said, I don't sharpen the ceramics. Some people do. But I don't think it's worth it. Once they die, in my opinion. The steel cover and the steel are more money advantageous for you.
So much sense. I thought I did something wrong. I actually had a ceramic blade. I liked it until it went dull, and then I had it sharpened, and then it didn't cut.
They have to be sharpened on a diamond stone. You have to hand sharpen on like a diamond sharpening stone, and they just don't cut right after you've sharpened them. So we don't. So
Yeah, I had to throw it away.
yeah, normal blade sharpening is $9 for a steel blade. We charge $6 for ceramics because we take the blade through the whole process, but we don't touch the ceramics. So it's $3 cheaper for us to sharpen ceramic blades.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, Sue said that was very helpful.
Yeah, I don't like them, Sue, but that's just me. I'm not using them either. So.
Yeah, I used them once, and after that, Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I stole the stage.
Awesome. But yeah, hopefully that was helpful, guys, especially if you're trying to start your own business, if you're starting your own thing. Just rather than worried about making money, try to make a difference in someone's life. And when you make a positive difference in that person's life, they will literally go and tell other people, about your service. And then you get to the point where Dolores is at, where I'm at, where Josh is at, where you can't take any more business.
Yeah, and we're
Anyways.
happy to talk business with people all the time. Like I said, talking with Jesse for a while. I mean, that was mostly business.
Because he just started his own mobile grooming.
Not just. He's been doing it for a little while, but it just exploded for him during this time. So now he's working 14-hour days trying to keep up.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we were talking business. And we had another groomer come in, and she just got she's a salon owner. She just got the small business loan from the government. She was actually received it. And now she's like, I don't know how to handle it. See out.
Yeah.
And so we were just talking to her. We don't have answers for that.
That's a unique problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she just needed somebody. She said, "You're the only people I've told." So she just needed somebody to kind of talk it over with and say, "I'm not sure what to do with it." And give just kind of another ear to listen to her. So we stood there and talked to her for a while.
Perfect. Okay, so just to close this out. Oh, Dolores says, yes, I agree. You go above and beyond, and then you will never be slow. Yes. Haley is doing awesome too. She trained Haley. Did you meet?
Yeah. I think Haley's the one that we did a clipper class for.
You taught Haley. Okay.
I think so.
You did, actually. Yeah, because Dolores taught Haley.
Dolores, Haley, and Jesse came to that class.
Okay, so just to close this out really nicely, if you could give somebody advice, like they're just starting up during this pandemic, they lost their job, their salon closed down, something, and they've got to just make it on their own somehow. They're starting their own house call business, something like that. What would you, if you could give them like one sentence, one good piece of advice?
For a brand new starting out the door, one piece of advice: beat the street.
Beat the street.
Yep, you're gonna have to get out there and do legwork. You're gonna have to go talk to people. You're gonna have to go door to door. You're gonna have to introduce yourself, look professional, speak professional, and so beat the street. That's what we did with this place. We drew a 5-mile radius around it. We went to every barber, groomer, stylist, even some horse places within that 5-mile radius. Introduced ourselves and said, this is who we are, this is where we're at. Gave them business cards.
Nice.
So
Okay.
when you're starting out, it's not easy.
Yeah.
And you have to do the legwork. Once things get going, then other people will tell other people about you, and it'll start snowballing. But
So you just have to be patient. Do the legwork and be
do
patient.
the legwork and be patient. But that's 2 pieces of advice.
They only pay for one. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, Josh. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate letting me doing this.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. Do the legwork. Be patient. Give it time. And yeah, I mean, Dolores says yes in dog parks, past alcohol. Oh, you know what? Okay, so my piece of advice, like you said, beat the street, do the legwork, go and introduce yourself. I would suggest joining Toastmasters. If you feel nervous talking to new people, going out there, introducing yourself to these businesses and things like that, if you feel nervous talking to people and speaking articulately, Toastmasters, join a Toastmasters club. You can go to their meetings for free and just visit as many times, as many clubs as you want until you feel comfortable. Then you can join the Toastmaster club, and it really tremendously helps your communication skills, and it helps you get over the jitters, the nervousness that you feel when you talk to somebody new. So Toastmasters would be my advice. To complement Josh's advice is beat the street, get out there, introduce yourself, talk to the people in your neighborhood, your community. And in order to do that better, my advice would be join Toastmasters. If you have a problem with it, if you're nervous, if you're shy. Awesome. Debbie Jack, you're welcome. Christine says, people love to talk about their pets. Yeah, exactly. Go to the dog park and talk to people about their pets. Dolores says, June and Josh, thanks for sharing. I know this will help so many people. Awesome. I hope it does. I really hope it does. Because I think we grow up thinking that, you know, business is about like as soon as we start our own business, we all of a sudden have to change. We can't be who ourselves. We have to all of a sudden be like cut and dry, black and white. It's the bottom line, you know, and that's not true. You can do business in a personal, human way. That's how I do it, you know. Awesome. But anyways, see you guys. Hopefully that was helpful.